we are going to talk about the school applications and the admission process for various schools and the support you would get from DQ Labs, right? So I'll try to keep it short and crisp, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. After that, we can have the FAQs and we can open the forum for discussion. All right. So compared to last year, this year we have uh, improved the support that we are giving to the students and the parents too. Um, in today's session, of course, there are so many points I wanted to discuss, but let us see how it goes. Definitely, I'm going to talk about selecting a design school, applying to a design school. Okay. Shortlisting the offers, taking admission, studying in a design school, I think we can do little later as well. Right now, the priority is selecting design schools and applying to the design schools. Okay. Um, so the support you would get from DQ Labs is number one, we are in the process of compiling a toolkit which we will be sharing with all the students and parents. Now, this toolkit will have all the noteworthy design schools that you can consider to apply. Of course, design, fashion, and architecture schools. And there is certain amount of information about the schools and etc. I'm going to walk you through this in this presentation. That's number one. And the second thing is that next Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we are having the annual design career fair, which we do annually, where we invite various design schools to come down so that you can actually personally meet them and get your all your queries clarified. That's number one. And during the design career fair, we will also be felicitating all our toppers and parents of the toppers of 2025. So you will get a chance to meet them, interact with them, find out, exchange numbers, etc., etc. So it's a great opportunity because when we have released the the results, so some parents have asked us, okay, how do we get in touch with them? So this is a great opportunity for you to meet up the parents, the school, the students. Some who are studying in Bangalore, they will be able to join. Those who have gone elsewhere, they may not be able to join, but you can still get in touch with the parents though, right? And the students can get their portfolios review, work in progress. We can meet up. There are about 16 design colleges coming to this event, so um, very good interaction you can have with them, and the students can show their portfolios to these design schools and get first-hand feedback and implement in the refinement of your portfolios. Then these design schools are also offering workshops, so we'll be having parallel workshops. You can enroll in them and get good understanding of the faculty members, their methodology, teaching, and also you can gain understanding of the design disciplines too. And the fifth one is the panel discussion. So we'll be talking about, see, nowadays, a lot of, because of AI, a lot of parents and students have concerns about AI. So how do we use AI, or how do we cope with this technological intervention in the design field, and how you can prepare yourself in a design school for the next 5 years or 4 years, right? So very interesting design discussions are going to happen on this day. So um, the venue for this is Euroschool Whitefield, and we are providing free pickup and drop bus facility for all the DQ family, right? So please do register and please do participate in it. So this is the second support that we are giving for you to directly meet the design schools and get first-hand information. And the third one is a very interesting one, is the application week. So every month, once 1 week in a month, we will be dedicating for helping you fill the application forms. So this we have created based on the feedback that we received in the past years. What we have noticed is students entering errors, like making errors while filling the application forms, and then they have to go get it corrected and etc. is going into a wrong loop. So we are facilitating an application week where we'll help you all the documents you should keep ready, what all information you have to fill, where to fill, how to fill, all that guidance is given to you, right? So I would kindly request you to utilize this, fill the application forms along with us while we are guiding you during these special sessions. All right. Okay. Our objective is to give you an open, unbiased awareness and information. Okay. Um, we want you to grasp all this and please make your own informed decisions. Okay. Because selection of a school is not as easy as somebody telling, okay, please send your child to that school. It is not as easy as that. I will explain why it is not that easy. Okay. But kindly make your own informed decisions. From our side, from DQ Labs side, we will try and present all the required information in an open, transparent manner. Okay. We are not taking side of any schools, right? And we don't want to take side of any schools. Okay. So the first thing is to understand what, because see, students are going to design schools, fashion or architecture schools. Ultimately, they want to be productive. I mean, they should add value to wherever they are going or whatever job they are doing. So let us just understand what kind of jobs generally designers do, or architects or fashion designers do. I'm just using designers as a common term representing everyone. Okay. There are three levels of contribution. Okay. A design professional can do. Number one is skill based. It could be specific to a particular tool, okay, or a particular skill. For example, somebody is good in 3D modeling of cars and etc. So that is a specific tool based skill. Okay, so it may be related to product or service. For example, Alias or Blender, or these tools are specifically used in the product design industry, or it could be Figma, which is popularly used in the UI UX industry. So it could be either product or service based. So first level is a skill based job. Now the second level is a little higher order thinking, which is a system level design, where it is not just the tool, but it is about solving a problem, right? Where there are multiple stakeholders, they have to understand the needs of the stakeholders, and there is a certain level of complexity that is involved in it. Okay, this is level two. I'm calling it as level two. It could be research based job. Okay. And the level three is a strategy based job, which is at a even higher order thinking, where the professional is looking into the landscape of the segment that the company is servicing, and what products or services the company has, what are the gaps in the industry, how to fill those gaps, and etc. etc. So these are three different levels of professional involvement that happens. Generally, for the campus placements and etc., the entry level jobs, mostly like let's say 80 to 90% will be skill based. Okay. They can get system level jobs as well if they are choosing a smaller organization, maybe a startup or something like that, where the designer or the professional will get more hands-on opportunities to experience various aspects of the thing. But when you're talking about the strategy-based level, such kind of an opportunity has generally gone for professionals with experience. Okay.
We
Professionals with
lost you for
experience.
about 10 seconds.
All right. Okay. Okay. So let me roll back. Yeah. So now you're able to hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
now we
Yes.
can hear.
Yes. Okay. So I was talking about the level two, where it is a little complex and higher level thinking is involved, helping companies um, kind of design products and services for the current market. Okay. Whereas the level three is for the helping companies for identifying opportunities for the future, right? So generally, level three is given, that kind of jobs are given for professionals who have certain amount of experience, right? But most of the students who get campus placement, etc., will be initially 80 to 90% will be mostly the skill based or certain amount of level 2 as well. Now, why I'm telling this is because for you to understand, okay, my son or daughter has finished this job and he's trying to go into industry. So where does he get jobs? How does the school help to get them jobs? What or how they have to be prepared and etc. So this is a understanding for you to see what kind of a jobs designers do. All right. Now, as I said, the role of a designer ranges from skill based to strategizing, and the opportunities can be they can start off as a designpreneur or a founder, or they can also go into the corporate or government sector. So there are so many opportunities out there for the designers to or professionals to basically explore. I hope you have heard of Y Combinator. So this is a California-based investment company which finds early startups and potential early startups, and they fund heavily. So basically, if they onboard a startup, the probability of the startup to become successful is very, very high. Now, why I'm taking the Y Combinator example is because one of the partners has made a very interesting statement about the creative professionals. Now, I would want to play that for you to listen. Okay, please let me know if you're not able to hear the audio.
Over the next decade, as new coding tools make it easier than ever to build and ship products quickly, great design is going to matter even more. Especially as many designers are worried about AI replacing their jobs, the real opportunity is for designers to use AI themselves to launch their own products and build their own companies. The design job of the future will be founder. Designers already have so many of the skills needed to be great. Strong user empathy, a focus on solving problems, a high bar for quality, and taste. These are a must for every founding team. That's why it's no accident that some of the biggest YC companies like Airbnb and Stripe are known for their exceptional design. So we'd love to see more designers take the leap and start companies, and hope to fund teams with strong design and taste embedded in their core from the earliest days.
All right. So this coming from the partner of Y Combinator emphasizes that the creative professionals like designers, fashion designers, architects, they are having a great opportunity and a bright future. And they can actually get into the roles of founders of companies. Okay, which is I think is very, very encouraging because they are equipped with the right understanding, aesthetic sensibilities, and the skills to visualize, first of all, empathize with the customers, identify a problem, visualize a solution, and create the high fidelity mockups, prototypes, and bring it to the market. So these professionals are highly suitable to lead the future of products and services and companies. All right. Okay. Now, if such is the case, what is the common skill that is taught across all design schools? Right. So the key ingredient is this design thinking process. All right. So empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, and testing. Now, this is a core skill what designers learn and what design schools teach in any uh, design school across the world. Okay. So this is the fundamental core aspect that design schools teach for their students. Right. Now, the question is, how do you identify an ideal design school for you or for your child? And it is a team effort because, uh, as I said, it is not as simple as going to the market and buying a product. Now, your child is going to stay there for 4 years, and the child has certain vision, skill, abilities, and needs. So we got to understand those and match it to the respective school, such that when he goes to the school, he can thrive in that school very nicely. So that is the reason it is a team effort. As I said, the student, we got to understand their individual personality, their skill set, dreams, and preferences. And from the parent perspective, as a parent, you also would have certain expectations and certain vision for your child and your preferences, the financial considerations, and ultimately your confidence, right? So where your child can do really well, where he can settle well. So you would have that personal perspective. So that is also quite important. Now, the design school, right? The design school, it's an entity. It's a living entity because it has a vision, it has culture, people, the alum, and infrastructure, opportunities, locations. So there are so many parameters that we all have to consider for helping your child to apply and get admission, and him or her studying in a particular environment. All right. Um, So the ideal design school lies somewhere over there, and the ideal design school is different for different students and different parents. Okay, so there is no one answer for all the students. Okay, saying that okay, you go there, your life is set, you can get great exposure. It's not just about that. So what I'm gonna help you is the session that I'm going to give, a short session I'm going to give, is going to talk about the character of the school, because you very well know about the personality of the student and you have certain issues and dilemma that you can address. But what we can help you is giving you an good understanding as much as possible about the school, such that you can choose a right school for your child. All right. And of course, so that area is where you'll have to discuss within the family and see match the student's expectation and your expectation to the school. Okay. All right. Uh, so primarily there are four kinds of schools. All right. A school that has multidisciplinary programs, okay, within the design discipline, right? Um, a second category of a school also has other disciplines which are not related to design directly, right? So that we are naming as interdisciplinary schools. And then there is transdisciplinary schools where they not only focus on academic excellence, but they also focus on industry practice, because the school vision is that to help the industry. So the faculty members are also encouraged. The school also takes projects from the industry, right? And then they give it to the faculty, and then students also get an opportunity to work with them and etc. Right? Of course, the faculty in other schools are also encouraged to do that, but the main reason why these schools are established is to facilitate the art, design, and practice. Okay, and then the fourth kind of a school is a they have the global presence, whereas other schools, they are primarily in India and they have tie-ups with schools, international schools. But there are certain schools which have a studio, let us say a studio in Japan, Milan, New York, and also in India, right? So that is like global leader. Okay. So these are the four types of schools, and every school gives a very unique experience and opportunities to the student. For example, let us say uh, interdisciplinary schools, right? Okay. Now, one of the advantages is that, of course, they have a design center of excellence. They have multidisciplinary programs in their school, but also there are other programs. So the advantage is if they want to take a credit course, let us say I'm studying design, but I'm interested in law. I get an opportunity to take a credit course in law. Okay, that is one advantage. The second advantage is the relationships that they build with various students in the campus, right? So that is more in this interdisciplinary program, right? So similarly, for example, transdisciplinary, there they get to work on some real-time projects. Probably after their program, they can continue working on those projects or etc. Right? If it is a global leader, they can go for exchange programs. They can probably have first-hand connection with those schools and see what kind of design philosophy they are having, and they can work on projects together, right? So these are the various opportunities the various schools give, and there's a list of schools that we have listed here to help you understand um, tentatively where they belong to, where do they fall under. Okay. So this categorization is also reflected in the toolkit that we'll be giving you. So for example, um, let us say CEPT, Ahmedabad. Okay, so which kind of a school does it fall under? It comes under the multidisciplinary school because they have design, they have architecture, they have planning, right? So it comes under the multidisciplinary program. Okay. So that will be helpful for you to make a decision depending on the student and their characteristics. Say, for example, some students are quite outgoing. They want to kind of be part of a larger campus. They want to organize cultural events and etc. etc. So for such kind of a student, interdisciplinary kind of a school setup will be very, very helpful, right? So those decisions can be taken based on that, right? Okay. Um, So what matters is definitely the campus, the infrastructure, the age of the campus, okay, how old the institute is, and also the kind of placements that they're getting. Okay, so um, all right, so I would like to spend some time on the age of the campus. So we have done some study and also segregated them based on the age. Okay. Generally, what we have found is that those who have started early, like just 1 or 2 years old, there's a certain amount of uncertainty involved in it. Okay. Because see, some schools have closed down in the recent past. They have crossed year 3, year 4, and then the management have decided not to take further admissions for whatever constraints that they have, right? So sometimes the school appears very, very promising. So we got to be careful what kind of a management support that school has, and would they be able to continue that for a long duration or not. Okay, but they are very, very promising in nature, right? For example, bits is very, very promising in nature because it has a legacy. It has a strong alum of from different disciplines. But it is, I think they just finished the second year or finishing the second year now. No, they just finished the first year and getting into the second year, right? So there's a certain amount of uncertainty that is there. Um, Similarly with other schools as well. Um, the older the school, it is more stable and the students will get more elevated experiences. That is what we are trying to tell. However, the newer schools, because they want to attract good talent, they will be giving fantastic opportunities for the students, like, for example, 100% scholarship, or maybe opportunity to be part of the board of directors meetings of that organization, because they can get insider insights into the company, how it company is going forward, and etc. So these are all additional perks that they get. They try to attract talent by such facilities. Okay. Um, and as you have noticed that the school fees ranges from, let us say, 2 lakhs to 22 lakhs, right? I'm talking about the private schools, and the national schools also. It is recent. I mean, decently placed around 3.5 or 4 per year, right? Just want to spend some time on that. Especially the national schools, of course, they are the best to join. They don't have any additional costs like land, building, equipment, and all of that because it is all government funded. So they do not load that cost onto the children. In fact, they give basically all the education that is given is highly subsidized, right? Their only costs are admin and faculty, right? But when it comes to the private schools, they have so many overheads. Like apart from the admin and faculty, there's a building, equipment, land, marketing, future growth, etc., etc. And they basically choose how aggressively they want to do that. based on the school vision, the management inputs and all of that, right? So that is the reason here the fee ranges from, in fact, not 2 lakhs, not 3.5, but from 2 lakhs to, let us say 22 lakhs. So that is the range. However, whichever school you go, the core that they teach, the design thinking process, the design methodologies, the fundamentals remain the same. Okay, but the experiences that they get would differ. Okay, right. So what we recommend is that, of course, you apply for NID, NIFT, UC, JE paper 2, NATA exams and all of that. But we would recommend you to choose 5 private schools and give those exams if possible before the NID or NIFT and UC exam. Not all 5 might happen before that, but at least 2 or 3 would happen before the NID exam. Uh, for a couple of reasons. The number one is, see, NID is a once in a year exam, similarly for NIFT and UCED. Okay, and what happens in those 3 hours is going to determine the future of the student. Okay, and those 3 hours, things can go really well, things can go bad, we do not know. So it is better the student get some prior experience of giving these exams. Of course, at DQ we have mock exams and all that, but nothing like going to a private exam and giving that exam and having the feeling of that exam, right? You can minimize your errors and you can prepare thoroughly and give a good attempt for the NID, NFT, UC and other exams too. That's number one. Number two, as a fallback option, you should have some other good options too. So of course there are, we have selected some 25, 26 schools. You don't have to apply for all of them, but based on your preferences and your child's preference, you can apply for a few of them. Once upon a time there were hardly 20 schools. Now there are 2000 design schools and more than 300, 400 architecture schools, right? So it becomes too uh, uh, I mean, it becomes very cumbersome for you to go through all of them. But the few highlighted, shortlisted schools you can consider, and then you can apply to 5 of them, right? So that way you can also manage your admission processes and all of that. Okay. So that is a short overview of what I wanted to tell. And I would want to conclude that number one, please do not miss the design career fair, which is happening on next Saturday. Why? Because 16 design schools, design, architecture, fashion schools are coming there, and you will have fantastic interaction with them. They will review your portfolios. Parents can discuss about whatever doubts, concerns that they have directly with the school. And there will be workshops happening within their given space, right? That's number one. And most importantly, you can meet the topper parents too. Okay. And then we'll be having panel discussion, especially on the role of AI and the future of designers and how to future proof our design profession, what we have to do for the next 5-10 years. That's number one. And of course, I'm going to share this toolkit. We are just gathering certain information. But what we will do is we will be adding more information to this. But since 2 colleges have already released the applications, we will be shortly sharing this information with you so you can go through that. And we have already taken all the inputs. We'll be implementing them as well. And the third most important point is that from this year onwards, we are having an application week once in a month. So in September, end of the last week of September, we will be having the application week. By that time, we should be having at least 5 or 6 schools releasing their applications so that we can help you facilitate filling those application forms in the right manner with the right information and all of that. Okay. All right. So now I think we can open the forum for the FAQs. So kindly, you can raise your hand and we can call out your name so that you can unmute and you can discuss. Otherwise, everybody will be talking at the same time and it will not be a pleasant experience. Yes, Anushri, ma'am. Anushri, ma'am, you can unmute. Okay, I will try to unmute. Okay, ask him.
Yes, sorry. Actually, I have two questions.
Yes, ma'am.
One thing is, I want to know, I want to get some information regarding when we start filling the forms for different colleges.
Mm-hmm.
What things we have to consider? How to select the
Right,
colleges and how we can consider which colleges to apply,
right,
as in, for example, if my
mm,
daughter is interested in communication design,
right,
so
right.
in the design career fair also, as you
Mm,
mentioned,
yes,
16 colleges are coming, but
yes.
apart from that, those who are participating in the career fair, there are many
Mm,
better colleges also which
mm.
will not make there.
So, ma'am, let me just share the information. Okay. I
Yeah,
hope you are able to see my screen.
let me complete my question,
Yes,
then you
yes,
can answer my both the questions together.
yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
So, this is one thing that I want some information how to choose the colleges. Second thing is, the most important question is, the students will be giving NID and IIT,
Hmm.
UCD exam.
Okay.
But we have to apply to the colleges before that only. I
Right.
had spoke to few colleges like MIT Pune or BITS earlier to
Yes.
just try to understand how is their admission process.
Yes.
There we means what they were telling, maybe they were enhancing their college and to get admission there earlier, that's why they must be telling the things.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But the thing is that what they told is, it is first come first serve basis. So if we can't wait till the NID or UCD rounds are, UCD has only one round or
Yes.
whatever it is, but
Yes.
NID will have 2 3 rounds going on.
Okay.
So how we can, if the first round of NID is not cleared, then we are very sure that okay, we have to move towards private colleges. But suppose if the first round of the NID is cleared, then
Hmm.
how we have to manage the admission process for private, and or wait till the second round or whatever third round for NID will happen? How
Yes,
to
ma'am.
manage that?
Yes, yes. So this is a challenge all the parents face all through the years. Um, so it has to be carefully managed. Let me talk about the timelines first. Okay, because all this is related to the timelines. Okay, so the NID, as you rightly said, UCID has one round of exam, that is round one, and NID has two rounds of exam, that is round one and round two. So generally, round one happens in um, end of December or beginning of Jan. All right. For UC, the UC dates are already released. That is Jan, if I'm correct, Jan 18th.
Yeah,
Okay.
NID
Yeah.
5th January, I think, and third Sunday is UC.
Right. Right. Now the results for this will come sometime in March or April. Okay. UC it will come early on. Okay, but NID will take a little time. So end of March or April first week, the results will come. Okay. Now the second round for NID will happen in end of April or May, first week. Okay, and that results will come end of May. Now the counseling will start in June. In the counseling time itself, they'll be having multiple rounds. Okay, they basically call students from certain ranks to certain ranks, and the seats that are left over will be opened up for the other students and etc. By end of June or beginning of July, uh, students will have clarity. Now, this is for the national schools, right? So for NID, okay. In fact, for the UCID, by March or April, the student will get to know their admission status, where they would have got. Okay, March or April. Now, this is the complexity. Now, every design school out there, they let us understand their admission process. Okay, their admission cycle, right? Their admission cycle, they start releasing applications from September onwards. Okay, and their tests, depending on the school, their test may, the first round one could be in to October to February. It can fall between these times. And the results will be announced early on. For example, if the school has conducted a test in October, their results will be open or announced by November itself. So the admissions to the private colleges announcements will start the selection from November till April. Now the agenda, the difficulty is, of course, every student is aspiring to get into NID, the best schools. Now their admission process, the timelines are little late. And many private schools, they start announcing the selection of the candidates and start forcing the parents to pay and block the fee. Right? They want at least 50,000 or 1 lakh rupees for blocking the seat. Now, most of the schools, what they do is they give a facility for the student. If, let us say, a student got into NID Ahmedabad or NID Vijayawada or certain NIDs, the 5 NIDs, some schools say that, okay, if you get a seat in NID, we will not withhold any of your fee that you have paid. We will give you the full fee, refund the full fee. Some schools say that only if you get into NID Ahmedabad, we will refund the entire fee. And if not, they will not refund the fee. So the fee part, let us say you have to pay 4 lakhs, they'll ask for 1 lakh as the upfront payment, which is non-refundable in any case. Only exceptions will be if they have got into IITs or NIDs. They will refund the money, right? But otherwise, they will not refund the money. So what we have noticed is that before October, before October, you need to do your thorough study of various schools and have clarity. Okay. And then probably one or two schools, because you want to have some flexibility, right? You can block the seat in one or two private schools. So once you have clarity in the month of April, May, then either you withdraw from both the schools or maybe you withdraw one of the two schools, right? So that is what all the parents, this is a pain all the parents are going through. And we are trying to help them, support them in whatever way we can. But unfortunately, everybody will have to go through this process. So now the question is, what are those two schools that you apply for? I mean, you reserve your seat. On what basis you have to select? The first and most important basis is the fee structure, because we need to have some kind of a budget. I mean, all the parents allocate certain budget for their children's studies, right? So whether you have such kind of a budget or you're open-ended, if you have a budget, then you can select the schools based on the budget. So in fact, here in this sheet, we have mentioned the tentative fees for all the schools. Let me just show that.
Will you share this toolkit?
Yes. The purpose is to share, sir. We will be sharing this. Okay. So if you see here, where is my mouse? Okay, hold on. Yeah. So I just sorted this sheet based on the highest fee to the lowest fee. Okay. So there are certain schools which is charging 10 lakhs to 22 lakhs, depending on the course you join. But in general, 11 lakhs to up to 2 lakhs per annum. So you can actually select the school, number one, based on the fees, right? You shortlist. So whatever, let's say your budget is, let's say, from 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs. So there could be some 7-8 schools that fall under that particular budget. That's number one. Secondly, the location, because it's a very important thing. Maybe some people are not okay to send students to Mumbai, or they're okay to send to Delhi, or your preferences, right? So based on the location, you further shortlist. Okay. Then the third point is the character of the school. Is it like, are they offering multidisciplinary programs or interdisciplinary programs or transdisciplinary, or what kind of programs are they offering? Where your child can fit nicely. If a child is an outgoing child, he wants to participate in many events, he wants to build network and etc., then interdisciplinary school will be a fantastic choice for them, right? Let us say he is very focused and maybe little bit reserved and etc. Then probably the multidisciplinary programs will be a good choice for them. So third will be based on that aspect, and then the fourth could be the age of the school. Okay, so is it been there for some time, or is it new, or etc etc, right? So these are four prominent criteria that can get started off with. Otherwise it becomes very difficult to kind of you'll be moving from one school to other school trying to understand so many things. Again, as I'm saying, no matter which school you go, the core is teaching the design thinking and design methodology. Okay, maybe of course the faculty also play a role, but most importantly the peer group plays the major role. The peer group, okay, what kind of a students they're able to attract to the school, because that makes that either makes or breaks the career, right?
Excuse
Ma'am?
me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, Yes, sir. What you are telling is 100% true.
Hmm,
But the more important thing to be
hmm,
noticed is fees when we are ready to pay 4 lakhs per year or 5 lakhs per
hmm,
year. And
hmm,
if the best college is 6 lakhs or 7 lakhs, then as it is, if we are investing 20 lakhs, then 25 lakhs, we will prepare mentally for that.
sure,
So
sure.
that is not the thing. The thing
Hmm,
is which college is best for which design stream, because I may be wrong,
hmm,
sorry, but whatever I have studied or done a little bit research,
hmm, hmm,
according to that, what I found is
hmm,
MIT
hmm,
Pune is good for either product or UI
hmm,
UX
hmm, hmm, hmm.
or communication. But if someone wants to do something else, then they can't prefer MIT Pune.
Hmm,
Same
hmm, hmm.
Pearl, if communication design is good only in the Pearl Academy of Delhi, but
Hmm,
if we
hmm,
select Pearl Academy of Bangalore, then
hmm.
only that is good for fashion but not for other things.
Right. So these are the people perceptions. Okay. And these perceptions keep changing. So maybe when you're speaking to somebody, they'll be talking about their perception 5 or 6 years ago, not the latest information, right, ma'am? Because maybe,
Exactly, sir. That is why
yeah,
you being a mentor and being such an experienced person in this field, we want it from you.
absolutely. So that is the reason we are gathering this crucial information from various schools and presenting it to you. See, ma'am, um, okay, there will be a situation where you do all your research and we also give you all the information, but the defining moment, should I join here or not, that is the moment when all the parents come to us. Okay, because they want to know whether the decision they have made it or correct or wrong. Okay, but we would want you to do that um, do that research and be informed. And then when you come to us saying that, sir, these are the two choices we have shortlisted, which is the best? Please suggest. Then we'll be in a position to suggest you, right? See, as I'm again and again telling, let us say XYZ, I don't want to take a name of the school. Let us say XYZ is really good. Okay. But what if your child's thought process is not fit into that school? The child will not be able to thrive. These things have happened. Students have joined a particular school. After 1 year, they dropped that school and joined a different school. Why? Because the student is not able to fit into that environment, right? So yes, if you do your research based on the pointers that we are giving, and if you at the end, if you come to us and say that, sir, which one do you suggest? These are the two schools that we have selected. Then we will be able to help you understand and shortlist one. Because, ma'am, there are 2,000 schools, as I said. Out of that, we have connected to various schools, gathered some information, and these are the 25 schools that are in our list. And as you rightly said, there could be some schools beyond this list too.
Yeah.
If you come across a school that you find you have done
Yeah.
research and you found that is a very nice school, please tell us. We will reach out to the school and try to gather that information and present it to you. Okay, Anishri ma'am, does that,
but
yeah,
at the end of the day,
yes.
or means all of them together reaching you for this advice. If
Uh,
means I know it could be difficult for you because some institutes are asking you to promote their institute or this thing. So at that point of time, you pointing out to one A, B, or C or X, Y, Z
mm,
institute will be difficult for you. I can understand that, but
no, 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 no,
if you
no,
list
ma'am.
five colleges for
Yes,
communication, best five for communication,
sure.
best
Okay,
five for product, best five for UI UX,
okay.
NIT, if a student wants to pursue UI UX and if he or she gets selected into NID, then too, NID doesn't have UI UX.
Right.
Then how they can make a career in UI UX?
Oh, so ma'am, they may not
You
have
really,
UI
sorry,
UX, but
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt, but I really support her. I think you really need to give us some layout of the private colleges
hmm,
also of the NITs between, which stream in Guwahati or which stream in, Vijayawada or wherever, Andhra Pradesh, Bhopal, and there is an NID in Kurukshetra. So when we do get that listing, at that point, to decide, there is a very short time period. I think as DQ Labs is helping us so much, you need to give a basic list of the private and the government colleges. Please do that for the parents.
sure, ma'am. So we are trying to give that information to you. Okay. But if you say that, okay, a particular discipline, it's a communication design. Okay. Before going to that, I would like to address what Anishri ma'am has said. NID does not have UI, UX. So how can somebody who is studying in NID become a UI, UX designer? Now, there is a lot of assumptions, ma'am, in what you are saying. Okay. So UI UX may not be listed as a particular department in NID, but it comes under communication design. As a communication designer, they are trained for different kinds of projects. UI UX is also part of that particular training. You're understanding, ma'am? Okay.
Okay, sir. See, that's what I wanted to say.
Mm,
Because we go through, means I have tried to go through thoroughly
mm, mm,
whatever information we can get through the NID website.
mm,
I tried my best to go thoroughly.
mm,
There
mm.
nowhere UI UX or interaction design is mentioned.
At a UG
So
level.
being a parent, while studying the website, what I will learn is there is
Mhm.
no UI UX for BDES and only MDES has UI UX specialization. This is what
Right.
the website. This is where
Right.
the DQ labs will play its role.
Yes, yes. So we have a major role to play to educate all the parents about the design field, how it works, and etc. Right. So, I mean, I'm thankful that you have brought up this issue and I'm able to talk about that particular issue. See, one parent has also asked before, where is industrial design listed here? There is no industrial design, right? So, in fact, when I was doing my master's in IIT Delhi 20 years ago, the design discipline that was there in IIT Delhi was only industrial design. Only industrial. There's no other design. However, we are exposed to all aspects of design. Industrial design is the father of all designs, right? So, but then what happened is because the industry has changed, there are so many requirements for specific design disciplines and etc. Even these private design schools have started to facilitate specific design disciplines, like for example, furniture design, UI UX design, etc. Right? But what I mean to say is, in a communication design, if they are studying communication design, they are thorough and they are exposed to UI UX and interaction design too. It is not that it's like MBBS, ma'am. Okay, you are studying 5 years of medicine.
Yes, sir. But
Right?
what we were told is first 6 months they will go through all of the things to just
That is
understand, get
foundation.
a knowledge. Foundation.
That is a foundation course. Yes,
They have to
all
select.
the
Then when
foundation
they
skills
will
are taught.
select,
Hmm,
in communication design also,
hmm.
they have to select, can they take, if they take communication design, then they will learn graphic, animation, this and that,
Yes, ma'am.
everything, or they will go particularly with graphic or particularly with animation.
All right. See how this works. Okay, fine. So you're talking about communication and animation. Okay. Let us say a school has
No, means
communication
that
design
was just
only,
an example.
but it's a good example. It's a good
Yeah.
example. Okay. So let us say a school has only communication design and no animation. All right. And no UI UX. So this communication design, this particular school, they will have short projects to expose students to all related design disciplines. And let us say a student says that, sir, I'm interested in doing a project related to UI UX. The school will be very happy to support them. If a student says that, okay, I want to explore animation a little bit, they will be supporting that. They would not say, hey, animation we don't teach, so don't take that project at all. They are not like that. Okay, now
No,
comparatively,
specifically in NID, specifically for NID,
oh,
my
yes,
question was there.
yes, ma'am. Specifically in NID, what happens, I'll tell you. Yeah, first year is common for everybody. They are working on their fundamental skills and understanding of the design thinking process and etc. etc. From second year onwards, they are more focused on the discipline that they have chosen. Okay, but having said that, let us say a product design student, if he has taken product design in second year, okay, let us say he wants to attend communication design class. He is more than welcome to go and sit in the class, do the projects, take the feedback from the faculty, and interact with the students. Nobody will tell that, hey, you are a product design student, why are you sitting in communication design student in a class? This might happen in an engineering school, but it doesn't happen in a design school. Design school is very flexible. They understand, because design is interdisciplinary. They encourage students to have as much exposure as possible. Yeah, maybe the student, a product design student, if he's doing works in communication design, his work may not receive any credits. Like, okay, other students, for submitting the project, they may get X out of Y marks. He may not get those marks, and that will not be added to his report card. But nobody is going to stop the learning and curiosity of a student. Okay, so in
I
fact, they,
just want to add that I
yes,
know a lot of people, very close friends of mine, and also their children, who went to NID in Ahmedabad more than 15 years ago, are running full-fledged UI UX design firms,
yes,
right? And
yes,
they, for them, when I asked them, was UI UX doesn't seem to be on the list, they said it's all under industrial design, all
yes,
under communication design.
communication
We
design.
learn the first principles,
Yes,
and we are able to apply that across all disciplines.
absolutely.
So it is today, yes,
So,
there is, one second, one second.
yes.
So have to just be a little, what do you call, my learning from that was that because there is a time and space constraint in any brochure or any website or anything, it cannot truly capture what happens. One of the ways to partly resolve this is to talk to people who have been through those courses both in the past and recently, and even compare the syllabus that those people went in there. You will find a lot of similarities, but minor differences.
Yes,
And that helps to kind of reduce your anxiety on what I might learn and not learn. And your categorization of the four types of schools, that's also very, very nice categorization. That typically makes it even more easier for us to look at it. And anything more than that in terms of specific details, this school is like that school is like that, I think it may actually hamper us.
right, right, right. So on the lines, what
So
you were
happy to
saying.
know that one student can learn from other this thing also. But my question was, if in communication design also, have the student they need to select, if they select communication design, then whatever comes under communication design, everything they will get to learn in the next 3 years, or they will learn, they have to select only graphic or animation or particular this thing they have to select, or they will learn entire communication design in the next 3 years after foundation.
All right. So there is so much to learn. Okay. So what I would say is they are exposed to all of these, but taking projects through their micro projects and the final semester project, they can navigate the direction. For example, a student who is studying communication design interested in UI UX can take the UI UX as one of the final thesis project for them. Maybe somebody who's doing animation can take up animation. Somebody is interested in branding can take branding as a final thesis project, right? But they are exposed to all these particular areas which are under the particular design discipline.
I have a related question, sir. I mean, we
Okay.
have been talking, let's say, NID as a specific example, and
Sure. Okay.
under that we are talking, let's say, communication design, right?
Right.
Communication covers film, animation, graphic, all those three, four
Right.
things.
Right.
That may gives us a flavor of UI UX, definitely, as I heard some other gentlemen also telling about
Yes.
that, which is correct.
Hmm.
Some schools are very explicitly calling UI UX course,
Correct. Correct.
right?
Correct. Correct.
That
Correct.
creates a dilemma or anxiety.
Yes.
Okay, this school is
Yes.
really giving this something these other schools are not giving,
Yes.
because they are
Exactly my
not
point.
anywhere publishing it.
Yes.
That we have UI UX course. So how do
Yes.
we beat that dilemma or anxiety to really
So,
understand? So one way you suggested, okay, go talk to people, understand what it was there in the past, maybe what is there currently, but we may not have contacts, in those colleges to really hear from them. So it's a very valid scenario. How do we really understand this and overcome this anxiety?
yes,
Because
sir.
nowadays everybody wants to go to UI UX. Even I am thinking for my daughter, so I am not clear or she is not clear whether she should pursue fashion or a non-fashion. But within also fashion, we have fashion communication where
Yes.
UI UX also plays a key role.
Yes. Yes.
But people are not explicitly calling out in NIFT website. We have UI UX course. So how do we, try to match all
Okay.
those things is what
All
the
right.
current anxiety is.
It's a fantastic question. Okay. And I have some.
Excuse me, sir. I just have a one point. Can I
Yeah.
make it?
Sure. Sure.
Rima,
ma'am.
this side.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just take 2 minutes of your time. See, we are looking at one end of the pipe, which is the education. The other end of the pipe is employability.
Hmm.
Now, we are all talking of UI UX. Now,
Hmm.
what's going to happen in the next 4 years, we don't know. For example, there are already talks in the industry which says that the entire concept of UI UX will change.
Yes.
Because so far you are seeing an interactive screen, a device where you are scrolling through the various screens and you are getting a certain experience and a certain UI is being presented on the screen. Now that paradigm itself will change because we are going to have voice enabled, prompts that will be given.
Very true.
For example, you have your mobile, you will not be using the screens to, navigate through the screen. You
Very
will be
true.
using your local language to give a prompt. I it's to be booked. Okay. And what you would be seeing is once you've given the prompt, the machine or the device that you're using will take you through the screens automatically, will get you into the destination. You might want to correct the prompt, correct the process by saying that no, you're giving it wrong. I'm looking at so and so booking. Okay, I'm looking at a economic class, or I'm looking at a premier class, right? So the whole concept of UI UX is going to change. So my advice, or the way I look at the industry, is that allow your kids to develop design thinking by going to these schools. Do not
Right, ma'am.
restrict them into any particular stream. They are smart enough, they will figure out along with their teachers
Yes.
what stream they should be taking. And please understand that design is like a stream, is similar to a stream like medical, law, accountancy. Discover. It's just the beginning. It's just the tip of the iceberg. They have a full career in front of them. They will discover what they like. And only when they get into a job which they like, whether as a founder or as an employee, they will thrive. So we cannot, as parents, talk to them and tell them what they should do. And we cannot get carried away by some little in them and imagine that they will do well in. That's what I understand from NIFT, who are doing extremely well in UI UX. IIT Guwahati has got one of the finest UI UX people coming out. Not that they have exclusive UI UX.
Sorry to interrupt. We need to move on to the rest. We got the message. Thank you for sharing your inputs.
Thank you so much.
I had one question about this entire sharing, you said that the people who are toppers are going to be present on
Yes.
the 30th of August. I had a suggestion for this group. Is it possible to have a few sessions with a few of the toppers who are willing to speak to the students directly and just share some of their tips and tricks on,
Absolutely.
their preparation and how they went about it? Because I think hearing from them from a recent batch will be very valuable to the
Yes,
students.
yes,
Either
yes.
they can be Zoom sessions, or if you want to do it on the 30th, that's also an option. But having them there and all of us trying to talk to them one-on-one is not going to be a feasible option, because we'll have other colleges, universities to talk to,
Right.
and it's just a limited amount of time on that day. So can
Right.
you invite them or schedule sessions? I've already written to Miss Swati also on this, but it'll be very helpful for our children.
Absolutely,
Are we
ma'am.
talking about the toppers of entrance exams?
Yes.
Right. So we do this every year. So on the 30th of August, we are felicitating the toppers and the parents. So some toppers, they have already joined NIDs, IITs, and etc. So they may not be able to come, but the parents will come. However, we'll be having a separate Zoom session because they can attend online. So we'll be having a Zoom session connecting them to the current year students who will be taking the exams, and of course parents can also join, and you can hear and interact with them firsthand.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So so what Rima ma'am has said is she 100% nailed what in fact what I also wanted to tell. I mean, this is based on my experience and based on my observing the industry and etc. I would suggest to keep the bachelor's bit more open, right? Do not, I would not suggest you to go deeply into a very specific discipline where they don't get exposure to other aspects as well, right?
Yeah.
Because the industry is changing very, very rapidly. The technology is changing tremendously. The jobs which are now are available may not be available 5 years down the line. So what a design student should be thorough with is empathy, design thinking, and using the tools and strategizing. If that core they are good at, it can be applied in any discipline, whichever is upcoming, right? I know an IDN who has done ceramic design during her time. This was like quite some time ago. Now she is having a full-fledged communication design studio. She did ceramic design and now she's leading the communication design practice, right? So design is an area where you can, with the abilities and sensibilities that you have developed over a period of time, you can venture into any of the areas. Okay. So for parents who are considering to be very specific to a particular discipline, okay, see, there are certain disciplines you can be specific about. For example, transportation design. Okay. They need to have certain skills. So please go ahead and study transportation design if that is what is your interest is, right? Or maybe animation also. Animation is also a little more specific because you need to have certain skills, techniques, and etc. Okay. But otherwise, keep it generic at a UG level. I don't know if I can tell this or not, but if you're not decided, if the child is not decided a specific design discipline, I would highly recommend them to go for product design. If a school has industrial design, nothing like it. If not, product design. Because in product design, they get exposed to all the various aspects. They work in 2D, 3D, materials, prototyping, mock-ups making, branding. They're exposed to all of that.
I have a very simple, I agree. We will, I think what happens after, in terms of the courses, we will always come back to you once our children get their ranks, scores, and things like that.
Yes.
You said there will be a application filling thing in September end. So do you advise we wait till then or we go
Please
ahead and
wait.
fill in?
No, there is no hurry. There is no hurry.
Okay,
Okay.
so
we
will
are
do
keeping
that.
track of the last dates for all these 25 colleges that we
Sure.
have listed here. Okay.
Sure.
So there is no hurry. Do it in a peaceful manner. We will guide you how it needs to be done.
Okay. Second thing, you just showed a PPT. You'll share that PPT as well, right?
Sure,
Along
sure.
with
Yes,
this.
yes. We'll in
That's
fact
all.
tag
Yeah.
it into this toolkit itself and we'll share it with you.
Sure. And I'm sure all of us will come back to you once our
No
children
problem.
have
I
scores and
know.
things to take advice what college would
Yes,
suit.
yes, yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you
We are
so much.
there. We are there to help you.
Hi, this is Shabir. I have
Sir,
a quick question. I can see like 25 colleges
Yeah.
have been listed here. Like,
Yes.
is this, I'm pretty sure like there are like much more, right?
Yeah.
So is this based on any criteria you have picked them up, or like are you in the process of
So,
filling them up?
right. So we have reached out to a lot of schools.
Mhm.
Okay. Saying that, okay, we have certain students and parents who are interested, they're exploring various schools and they want certain information from you guys. Would you be willing to share that information with us? Some
Okay.
of them have shared, some of them are in the process of sharing.
Okay.
So as and when they share, we'll add it here. But as you can notice here, most of these schools have been there since quite some time.
Yeah.
See, DQ Labs has been there since almost 18 years now. And over
Okay.
the period of time, we have got some connections. And in fact, our own colleagues are studying or teaching in these respective places and all that, right? So there's certain natural, what do you call, relationship that has been built over a period of time.
Perfect. So
But the
this is
new
nothing to do
schools,
with any ranking or anything
no,
because,
no, 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 no.
okay,
See,
got that.
I just currently ranked it based on the fee.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is the reason
got
you're
that.
seeing this. If you
All
make
right.
it alphabetical, it's a different thing altogether.
Okay, got that. Yeah, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
sir, I have one quick question
Yes, sir.
about 4 types of schools you were explaining,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary,
yes,
and other two.
yes.
So, how a student has to understand themselves or gauge themselves and try to opt for these kind of schools? Will you be able to quickly explain once again? That is one request.
Okay.
And another request is there college in Mysore called Wadayar College of
Yeah,
Architecture.
yes,
There
yes.
was no mention about it in the whole discussion. I don't know if you are because you mentioned if we know any college, we can let you know and you will
Oh,
connect
yes,
college and guide us. So
yes.
that would also be a little helpful, sir. Can you just talk about this too?
Sure, sure, sure. All right, sir. So there are two perspectives here. Okay. One is the nature of the student. Okay. So by now you would have understood the nature of the student. See, for example, there is a student is currently studying their 12th, 11th, 12th in a XYZ school, let us say. Now, some children naturally have that inclination to lead the design department in the school, or maybe the co-curricular activities or something like that, or maybe they lead the fashion show in the school, right? So these are the natural abilities of a child. Okay, so they are
Yeah,
outgoing, they
correct.
want to work in teams, put up a great show, etc., right? So such kind of a students will really thrive in an environment where the campus holds some 3,000, 5,000 students, right?
Okay.
Because such kind of an environment, the events will be of huge scale, where the university will spend at least 1 crore, 2 crores for their annual event. So just imagine, of course, studies is one thing. The extracurricular exposure that they get, the opportunities that they get, the kind of connections that they make during these processes will be invaluable. I had a parent in the past who is my senior. He is an architect too, architect couple. Now their child was planning to join an architecture school. Right now, this was their decision. In fact, they are from Hyderabad. They came down to Bangalore. They've seen the colleges here. They have gone to Vadiyar. They have gone to BMS, etc. and
Okay.
RV2, and they made a decision. So they asked me, okay, what do you suggest? Okay, I gave positives of all of that, and they made a conscious decision to put her into a school that has engineering department as well. Because the example he has given is, see, we have studied from Andhra University. We did architecture from Andhra University, right? It's a
Okay.
university having various departments and various people. Now, what he said is, I have studied in a school like that. I have built fantastic connections. Now, majority of my projects come through their connections.
Yeah,
All
correct.
these people are holding respectable positions in companies, right? And when discussion happens, hey, I'm building a new home. Oh, I have a good architect friend. Why don't you meet them? Project got.
Very true. Very true.
Right? And I'll give other example also. For example, a student is little reserved. and is a little silent. He wants a calm environment, but he's excellent at his work, right?
Okay.
If we take such kind of a student and put in an environment where there's a lot of activity happening, he will not be happy in such kind of an environment, right?
Yeah.
Rather, if he has been put into a place where research work is happening, like for example, the transdisciplinary kind of a school, he will really thrive in that, because he doesn't, I mean, he's not attracted with all the other activities. He's more into research kind of a projects and spending his time in that manner. You understand?
Okay.
Right?
While you're explaining this, can you please move the slide to that slide if you don't mind?
Yes,
so it will be little more connecting.
Sure.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me present that.
So the outgoing kind of students should ideally look into.
I mean,
the.
I'm not saying they have to. It's an opportunity that they get.
Correct. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So this is the.
But the opportunity for that kind of student will be more in the interdisciplinary schools, right?
Naturally, right? So because there's so many departments, so many people, they can make connections, participate, contribute.
For the event,
exposure. Like for example, let us say they made an event, and from the finance department, a couple of students are starting a startup, and they naturally look for a designer to help them, because this guy is already in touch with them. They'll say, hey, can you pitch in? Right?
Correct.
So those kind of opportunities they will get.
Okay.
Sir, Anish here, a couple of questions.
And about Wadayar College, sorry, Mr. Anish, one second. Wadayar College, you have anything to say?
Wadayar is a fantastic school, right? Again, say I'm an architect and industrial designer, right? So I have all kinds of friends in my circle. What I've seen is many of the architects' children, they are joining Wadayar school. There is another story for that. Why? Okay, because these architects, when they're practicing, they welcome interns. Interns are basically those who are studying in architecture school and they want to do internship for the fifth semester, whatever, right? So they invite children from various schools, right? So they have noticed that students from Wadayar are exceptionally detail oriented.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that is their observation, and it is not my recommendation. I want to keep myself completely aloof with any recommendations.
So will Wadayar fall under multidiscipline? Correct, right?
It not multidisciplinary, it's transdisciplinary.
Oh, it's transdiscipline.
It's mostly because they are into architecture only. They're not associated with any other engineering departments and all that.
Oh,
it's
that's how discipline is defined, right? Okay.
It's a standalone school. Yeah.
Wherein CEPT is got all the things, because CEPT also and Wadayar also has a very similar similarities. I was thinking, but maybe I'm wrong.
CPT has architecture, planning, and design.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Wadayar has only architecture.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, quick question. Can you please make one chart like this? This is a very good one. Like this for the courses. You mentioned product management, product design. A very generic one. Can you please make one chart like this for all these courses?
So we have this matrix in this toolkit. I'm going to share that matrix. Okay. If you scroll to the right, we'll be sharing. So you see this green blocks. That basically means that school has this particular department.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, my purpose of asking this question is to understand what is the character of a student, what nature of the student is, and what course that perspective.
Yes.
So that it can help.
So the very first column B, if you see, that is a character of the school. So here we'll be listing what is the character of the school.
Okay.
And that school has got what all disciplines. That school has got what all disciplines are listed here.
Okay.
So, I mean, in the Excel sheet, what you can do is you can just filter all the multidisciplinary schools, or you can, so let's say if a student is interested in product design, filter through product design and see which all school product design is there. And you can also look into the category of the school.
Okay.
Right?
That's
Sir,
and
just
this one. Sorry,
Sorry,
I'll
just no. So just related question to this.
Yes.
Not only what uh, domain or streams the particular design school has, but do they what specialization for that particular school? If you can include that also,
You
I
mean
think
to
that
say
would be
what do they good for? What is
specialize
the
in.
school good for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Special.
sir. So example, straight specializes in transportation design, right? So something like that, like a college which is recognized for a particular stream. If you can put
Right.
that also
Right. That
at
will
that.
add. And I was also thinking to find out the USP directly from the school point of view. What do they stand
Yeah.
for? And I would like to add that USP also here so that it becomes easy for you to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those two will add, ma'am. Yeah.
Sir, just one thing. When my understanding is, we apply for generic Bachelor of Design and we study that first year. Second year, we will have the option to select. The student will have the option to select what they want to go through. But in UID application, I see they are asking, do you want product design or communication design? Now itself, do we
Very
need
good
to
question. Very good question, sir. So the general idea that the first year is common and from second year onwards, they select the discipline applies only for NID
Okay.
and maybe IIT, not even for NIFT, not for the private design schools.
Oh, okay.
They have to choose the discipline right
for
at the
other
time of
privates.
application. Yes, sir. So yeah. So please go ahead.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, sorry, 1 minute. Okay, so basically, so let's say that I got accepted into NID or any institute that like allows specialization in the second year, right? So then, for example, I want to go for communication design, and that's not offered in NID Bangalore, but it's offered in Ahmedabad, right? So then I go for Ahmedabad, but then in second year I want to change to fashion design, but then that's offered in Bangalore, but it's not in Ahmedabad. So what should I do?
All right. So are you a UG student or PG student?
I'm going for UG.
UG. So UG for NID doesn't have a UG campus in Bangalore.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it as an example.
As an example. All right. Okay. So that change of campuses in the second year, it is highly dependent on the seats that are available. If somebody drops or there is an opportunity, it's a very rare kind of a situation. Okay.
Okay.
But how they do what they do is, you see, they will be observing you in the first year, right? The entire first year in NID. And they'll be checking the skills and your abilities, where you will really do and all of that. Based on that, they will give you opportunity. Okay. And what I have seen is almost 99% the students get what they want to pursue.
Okay.
Okay. Like for example, let us say a student wants to go into product design, but the student does not have good sketching skills. Now, for product design, sketching skills are important. Let us say if NID gives that opportunity to a student, they will not be able to thrive in it. So they consider the capacities of the student and then they offer these specific disciplines to the student. And most of the cases, the students will be happy of what they have got.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to ask like about NRIs and will you be able to compile a list for all that stuff for different colleges for NRIs?
So you told you will do a separate online session regarding this.
So I
We are
mean,
looking
two things are
forward to
there.
it.
Yeah, two things are there. One is students who are to apply abroad. Okay, that is a different area. Now, students, NRI students who wants to study in India at either IIT or NID and etc. Right. So we can have a specific session for these two because there'll be handful of NRI students and only handful of students who will be going for abroad. So we can have focused sessions for them.
Thank you, sir.
So can those sessions be announced to the
Yeah,
students?
sure.
Yeah.
We'll announce. Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, this is
Okay.
Anand. I would like to ask one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
We've been talking about the list of 25 colleges highlighted here.
Yeah.
I would like to understand what are the total number of seats available and total
Yes.
number of applicants every year.
Oh, you want total number of applicants too? That's an interesting statistics. I can add that information as well. Thank you for giving all these inputs. It is really helpful. I will add total applying.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
If I can ask, they had asked about the registration form, and I had a similar question. So,
Yes.
as the student, they have asked me to pick between product designing, animation, and such, but I don't really have any knowledge of each of those courses. So, how do you have any advice on how I can understand more and then pick?
Yeah. So you are basically currently looking for UG course, right?
Yes,
Undergraduate.
specifically in communication design, but they're not giving that as a course.
Which school is this?
I had looked into the UID registration form and they didn't give communication. Instead, they gave the super specialization of each one.
Okay, let me check that if there is any change in the current year's application. May I know your name?
My name is Maithili.
Maithili.
Yeah.
Which center do you go to, Maithili?
I go to the Indiranagar Center.
Indiranagar. All right. Okay. We'll get in touch with you and we'll understand what problem you're facing. Okay. But you asked an interesting question. Okay. How do I gain more exposure for either product design or communication or different design disciplines? So one of the upcoming opportunity is at the Design Career Fair. We are having multiple workshops related to various design disciplines. Please join them. At least do 2 or 3 workshops so that you'll get some understanding of what these disciplines are.
Not landed.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, would there be a architecture focus session at some point? It was useful session, absolutely, but I didn't find much of architecture.
Much of architecture. Sure. We can have a separate session for architecture, but generally the architecture counseling, right? It generally happens in the month of March, because till that point, because they don't apply directly to various schools. They basically by then they would have written JE paper 2 and they'll be preparing for NATA.
Right, sir. So none of the architecture schools will open the application in September or October, is it?
Only certain private schools, like for example, let's say Jindal School of Architecture, they have early application, but they take the applications, but they wait for the NATA or JE paper to score.
Sure. And your top 25 list will have the architecture schools as well?
Yes, it has.
Right, sure. CEPT I have not seen, the CPT, or I might have missed.
That is because it's a government school.
Okay, sure.
National schools will have a separate list for that. So these are all the private schools.
And you will share the government or the national school list as well?
Yes, we'll share. In fact, these list of schools is already given in our career fair as a, the Creative Careers booklet. I hope you all have that booklet. In that, we have highlighted all the architecture schools separately, design schools separately, fashion schools separately. Okay.
Sure, sir. We'll check. Otherwise, we'll request that book.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir.
So can you re-clarify that point where it was raised about selecting a stream at the time of application? What does it mean? Does it hardbound the candidate or the students, or it's just a field that has to be filled in?
No. It's not just a field. Especially for the private schools, you have to choose which discipline that you're interested in and applying for. So you will have an exam related to that specific discipline, and the interview and the admission. The interview also for the specific discipline, and the admission will get you that specific discipline that you have opted for. This is for the private schools.
Doesn't give the benefit of that first year where you get a foundation year and then decide to choose the stream.
all these private schools will have a common foundation year for first year, but after the foundation year, whatever they have chosen at the
At the
beginning,
time of application.
at the time of application, that they have to pursue.
Oh, and there's any scope for changing after they reevaluate the first year in the school? Do the schools encourage that?
If they have opportunities and if the student is very,
Okay.
adamant about only doing that field, they may probably consider, but that is not the practice, general practice. No.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Exactly, this was my this was the reason to ask, to just clarify, and this thing that please give 5 best for communication, 5 best for product, because we need to clarify that in the form itself. And now itself we can't depend on students what they will do in second year, third year, but now for selecting we have to specify that. That was the reason I was asking for that.
I have a couple of questions. So can
sorry, just a connected
Hello?
question. So if that's the case, that where you have the student will be nailed down to a specific subject here. Here, then what is the advantage of selecting a multidisciplinary school if the student doesn't have the option to explore various
Oh,
areas?
that's a fantastic point, sir. All right. Very good question. So, see, certain schools have the credit system, right? What happens in the credit system is that, okay, let us say I have chosen communication design, but let us say I am interested in product design, especially with the materials and maybe rapid prototyping and etc. If that school has that credit, they can take that credit. Even if they don't have the credit, they can use the lab facility. Of course, they may have to take the permission for using lab facility, but they can explore that area of interest that they have.
Okay, thanks.
The same thing applies for other departments too. Let us say I gave an example of somebody who wants to understand law. They can take a credit course as law, right? Okay. And credit course will be like only for one semester, maybe 1 hour per week kind of a studies. All right. So that is the advantage of these schools. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some questions, sir. Hello.
I have one question. Sorry, final one. Sorry, is there a time limit for this conversation?
1 o'clock was the time limit, but
Okay,
I'm
enough.
available. We can clarify the.
I have one question, sir. Kannada Vishwavidyalaya Hampi, group of monument at Hampi, right?
Okay.
What is this university is all about, and how does this help in design? Could you please say?
Could you please tell me the name, ma'am?
Kannada Vishwavidyalaya Hampi.
Okay,
group
1 minute.
of monuments at Hampi.
Kannada
This comes under the government schools of design in India.
Ma'am, honestly, I have not come across this.
Okay.
I will try to investigate and we'll see. So now what is happening is many universities, they are starting the design departments, right? So as I said, there are 2000 plus design schools nowadays. So, I mean, if you have any such specific school that you're interested in, please let us know. We will investigate and try to find the information.
Yeah, so my question is also something related to this. I want to know about PES. Even PES has design department, right?
Oh, right. PES also has design department. So we have reached out to PES many times in the past, but for some reason they are not open, ma'am. They're not sharing any information with us.
Okay, because see, I don't know anyone who is there, or like any alumni also. It's very difficult to find out.
Yeah. So in fact, every year my team goes to meet the director of the school, but for some reason they don't discuss these matters openly.
But any idea how it is? Because if I have to prioritize, Bangalore, if I prioritize Bangalore, I mean, as a like future, the college, if I want my daughter to be here, and I'm like prioritizing the city, so I would like to definitely know about
this question, ma'am. On this question, I have a suggestion. Basically, this is purely one is my personal opinion. Purely for design, RV is better than PS by many yards. But in PS, I know somebody who is connected to PS, who in fact even reached out to me mentioning about this design thing starting there. I can connect you through some form to her. and you can go and have a conversation and find out about how the design, she feels, because she's connected to PS in some form. She does a lot of other courses and she teaches students there, and she knows that my daughter was looking for design, so she mentioned this to me. Maybe that's one way of trying to get some
Yes.
information about PS, right?
Yeah. So,
So,
like two more questions, sir.
Sir,
You
any
mentioned
comments
mentioned
on
about the cutoff rate for NID, the
Right.
government college exams.
Right,
So
right,
is
right.
there a cutoff for private colleges as well?
There is a shortlisting that happens. See, I have a understanding that, for example, an institute like UID, they receive some 7,000 to 8,000 applications a year, but they only take 10% of that maximum. Not, I mean, like 7 to 8% of these students, right?
So how do we come to know
They
about
have,
this?
they have two lists. One is the offered list and the other is the waiting list. So if somebody drops from the offered list, then the waiting list students may get the opportunity.
Okay. And does class 12 board exam marks hold any weightage in the selection process?
No, ma'am, absolutely zero.
Nothing, right?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Only for architecture. Otherwise, not for fashion, not for design.
Okay. And are you planning any campus visit to RV? We would like to visit because I've not seen any,
Sure, ma'am. Sure, we can
information
organize
about
that.
this.
Yes. If a good number of parents are interested, happy to take all of you guys there.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to visit PES also, but since you said, they're not responding to your team, so I guess we'll have to wait.
So, RV and Swisti and Strat in Bangalore, we can definitely go. UID also we can go, but it's just like travel, we have to take flights and go there. That is the reason I'm getting all these videos on 20 different aspects, right, from the schools, 1-minute video, so that when we get some exposure, what is happening in the school, how is the environment, who are the teachers, accomplishments, how is the hostel, food, everything will be covered in those 20 videos, right, per school. So we'll share those videos with you.
Okay, I would like to know some parent responded to me about the PES alumni. So if I can get the
correct.
Yeah.
So, where does your daughter go to, or daughter or son go to? In
Indira Nagar Center.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have management quota for these private colleges? Just like engineering, we have management quota, right?
Sir, could you please repeat? I missed that question.
Do we have any management quota seats for these colleges? Just like engineering, we have entrance
right. Yes, there are management quotas, especially for the private schools only. There are management quotas. Yes.
Can you provide those details also in this list so that?
Oh, fantastic! Thank you for another input. Thank you so much.
Sir, I have a question. I've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, sure.
Could you please help me out for apart from that government seat? So, if the student is scoring apart from the cutoff mark 150 above, okay, suppose example 1,000. So she is eligible for any NIFT and NID, or she should give separate entrance for the specific colleges?
Okay, so all the private schools, ma'am, okay, they accept most of the schools. Okay, I would not say, I don't want to generalize, but most of the schools, they consider a very decent NID and USEED score. In fact, if the scores are really high, they also give scholarships.
Okay.
Now, most of the schools have minimum 2 rounds of selection process. 2 rounds. Okay, first is a written test. Second is an interview where they show the portfolio. Those who have cleared NID and USEED with a very good rank, they don't have to give the round 1 exam of the private schools. They are directly invited for the round 2.
Okay.
That advantage they get. But then the school will check the student. They interview the student. They basically shortlist based on the interview.
Okay, so apart from these 3 rounds, after completion of 3 rounds with respect to the good scoring. So the student has to appear the respective. Suppose I am planning for NID Ahmedabad. Okay. So for that, whether she has to appear another kind of mock test or any college oriented test for specific
for NIDs, there are only 2 rounds, round 1, round 2. Round 1 happens in Jan first week, and round 2 happens somewhere in April, May. Those are the only 2 tests that they need to take. Once they get their final rank, it is only a counseling in the sense they choose the college based on their ranking. There is no further interview, nothing is there after these 2 rounds. In fact, in the round 2 also, they removed the interview aspect. There is no interview. It's only the round 2 has 3 questions. They have to answer those 3 questions and then submit. That's all. There is no further interaction on the student for the admission selection.
Okay, and as you said that this 150 the cutoff marks, so beyond 150, like suppose scoring 1000 or 1500, for example. So is there any chance to get in a national sheet or go for the private?
Okay. So first of all, this 150 marks cutoff, I did not state 150 marks cutoff. Okay. Generally for the NIDs, okay, the cutoff rank is about 230 or around 250, let us say, around 250. That is a cutoff rank. Okay. If the student could not make into these and any of the NIDs, then yes, obviously they'll have to look for the other private schools, but it will be too late to wait till that point of time. They have to apply to at least 5 private schools. That is our recommendation. Apply for at least 5 schools and secure admission or block seats in at least 2 schools before the NID or UCED or NIFT results come. Because these schools, once they finish their exams, they will not again do another set of exam, right?
Yeah, sure. So is it a refundable? Because I heard that some of the colleges, they are fully refunding in case I'm not opting for the same college where I blocked the seat. I got the good one. So they will refund? Or
it is
how?
conditional. It's a condition-based refund. Let us say a student, so there will be first of all a period within which they kind of refund the full money and etc. as per the UGC rules.
Got you. Yeah.
Apart from that, let us say a student has got into NID Ahmedabad. Okay, so in fact, when you are paying the fee to the school, we would recommend you to write an email and get a confirmation. If my child gets into NID or IIT or NIFT, so please assure me that you will give me a full refund. You get it by writing.
Okay.
By these various schools, and then let us say you get into those schools, and they are bound to pay you back that money.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for the information. What I'm looking for.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
It's regarding sir material handling the children are learning. So is it a part of NID only, or even UCED they have to give?
Not in UCED, ma'am. UCED is only a written test. That's all.
So NID second round, they will be appearing for material handling.
Yes. NID and NIFT and other private schools.
Yeah, that's good. Sir, one more question. The exam centers would be in the local city where they're appearing, or they have to go travel to the different.
The first round will be either online or in the city. Okay. The second round, some schools want you to come there personally. Some schools will facilitate online as well.
Okay. So you would be mentioning that also, no, in the matrix you'd be giving.
Yes. I think I need to add one more row here, a column. Okay. So I'll
that would be great help.
Mention this at campus or online.
Yeah. Thank you.
For a BDAS portfolio, does it need to be interdisciplinary or based on what like specialization you want to do?
For the private schools, they prefer to see a certain interest in the area that you have chosen.
So should we have a few projects from other design fields as well, or only like if you want to do visual communication, then only have visual communication projects?
So generally what we suggest is that, let us say 40% of your portfolio directing to the discipline that you're choosing, and 60% can be generic for Indian schools.
And by when we should have this portfolio ready? Because I understand only private school consider this, right? NID.
Yeah. So, see, some schools, like for example, ISDI has a portfolio review in November. Okay, because that is one of the schools, they have everything early on. They have it in November, but generally most of the schools would want you to get them ready by February, March.
Okay, and 40/60 is the ratio you recommend?
Yeah, for Indian schools, yes.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So one question finally. Sorry, I interrupted. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Just one question, one suggestion.
Yes.
So since we all are facing the same issue, is it possible for DQ to create separate WhatsApp group for like-minded parents? For example, I am interested in architecture, so I can
Yes.
connect with other parents
We have
and
these
get some
groups.
information.
We have these groups already. So,
But I think that is only for communication from your side, especially I'm looking from a standpoint of admissions and the colleges which people are interested in. So there will be a lot of collective information, right? So everyone will have some or other information which can be shared.
right. All right. So let me explore that. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So do all colleges have hostel facilities?
Not all, ma'am. Some have in the campus. Some students have to stay on their own. So it is very school dependent.
So this will be on their website, or how do we get this info?
You can get it from our toolkit. I'm just adding another column. Okay. Hostel location. Okay, whether in campus or outside. We can write that out. Okay.
Thank you.
So since quite a few new columns are getting added,
yes.
So I assume it's going to take a little longer time. So can we have version 1 and version 2?
So once we just refine this, even though it lacks some information, as we wait for information, we will release it and we update that sheet. I mean, it will be a live sheet. You can watch it live. So any updates that you have done, you will get to know.
Okay, right. So if it can be done before Saturday next, before
the first release we want to do before the career fair.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we are striving for. In fact. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Thank you.
So one little question.
Yes.
This meeting is recorded, so will we get a link for this meeting?
Yes, ma'am. We will have a
for later information if you want to look into it.
Yes, we will share.
Sir, one question I missed in between. You mentioned that for one of the admission exams, second round only has 3 questions, no more personal interview. Was that for NID or something else?
Yeah, that's for NID.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
NID.
Thank you.
Yes.
So one question: do some of these colleges have study abroad semester programs or anything?
Oh yes, fantastic question. Okay, I need to add that too. Yes, they have, sir. Many schools have that study abroad. I mean, 2-3 years they study here. 3rd or 4th year they go abroad. So that options are there.
That will be helpful to have that.
Yeah. So
one question. Confirmation. I mean, the way I'm, thumb rule for your multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary.
Yeah.
NID schools usually fall into multidisciplinary. UC falls into interdisciplinary. Can I assume like that?
Yes, you're absolutely
because
right.
the tech, the way I see
Absolutely,
is this tech institutes opening a design has a different connotation, rather the design centric schools has a different connotation. That's how you segment it?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
One question finally from my side. I know we are talking about BDES here, which is what you and your field is, as well as what colleges we are talking about. There are a lot of the other undergraduate colleges, say St. Joseph's or Christ, or even many other schools, which actually give either a BFA, a Bachelor in Fine Arts, or but the questions, the topics they list is communication, graphic design, which is similar to what the BDES offers, correct? And I even checked National University of Singapore. They are more similar to what these colleges offer in terms of subjects, because they don't have an equivalent of a BDES in US, right?
Correct.
So what is the difference between what is taught in BDES versus what would be taught here? Any ideas you have on that?
All right. So it's a fantastic question. Now, apart from this, there is also B vocational course, right? Bachelor's in vocational course. So, first thing I would like to differentiate between a 3-year program and a 4-year program. Okay. A 3-year program is more skill and tool oriented. Okay. A 4-year program, apart from skill and tool, they also look at systems level thinking and strategy level thinking and etc.
Okay.
That is the first segregation. And I will highly recommend to go with a 4-year BDES program. Okay. I would not recommend 3-year BVOC, or I think BFA is also 4 years. I'll come to comparison in a little while. But what I have seen in the past, students from a same school having a 3-year program and a 4-year program, the 3-year program student is coming and telling, sir, recently we got a campus drive. 4-year degree student, he's been offered, let's say, 8 lakhs. A 3-year degree student is getting 3 to 4 lakhs. This is the industry, how they're perceiving the design students who have done 3-year and 4-year program difference. That's number one. Number two, a BFA and a proper standalone design school, or a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary design school. Now, in a BFA, it is basically a fine art school. The core is fine art. In a design school, the core is design. There's a huge difference between fine art and design. Fine art is about me, my opinions, my expression, my thoughts. I want to do like this. I'm expressing like this. You may like it, you may not like it. I don't care. That is the approach of an artist, right? They're self-expressing themselves. A designer is all about them. I don't care about my own feelings. I care about their feelings, what they want, what they like, what they want, right? So there's a huge difference between these two approaches.
So a very different philosophy, you mean?
Very different philosophy. So yes, there are some designers who have done BFA and also doing graphic design and etc. But they didn't probably have those choices that time, right? So BDES is a very recent phenomenon.
Correct.
So I would highly recommend that a student to take a BDES program, a 4-year BDES program, not BVOC or BA or BFA and all that. Because the core fundamental philosophy will be very, very different. Even though they have a design department, I mean, because the school is an art-based school primarily, I'm not sure what kind of vision and thought process they would have when they're doing the program.
Okay.
Sir, this is Ravi here. I also heard about some colleges offering degrees while some other colleges are offering only certificate program. So how do we get to know about that?
From the toolkit, sir. In this
so you have that?
Yes, we have added a thing, degree provided.
Yeah, okay.
4 years degree, BDES and etc. Yes.
Yeah, 4-year degree is there, but do they issue a degree certificate or just
see here? It's a 3 years BSc or BDES 4 years. So
correct. So that's some are saying that degree is approved by UGC, or some are just giving a certificate program which may not be used as a valid document for say MDES if the child wants to.
Correct.
So how do we get to know that, sir?
So as much as possible for all the schools that we are kind of in touch with and getting information, we will populate it. If there is a school that you're interested in that is beyond the scope of this, please let us know. We'll try to identify that information. Okay.
Correct. So whatever the colleges that you have listed out here,
yes.
they offer the degrees which is approved by UGC, right?
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we will be listing. Okay. Okay. So in fact, degrees provided, and I would like to add by which university.
Yeah. So yeah, if we get to know the university and if they are approved by UGC, because I was just doing some research. They said that many colleges, they offer just a diploma program or a certificate program, even if they call it as BDES. They don't give the degree which is actually approved by UGC, and it cannot be presented for further pursuing MDes or something like that.
So here we'll filter it out, sir. So you will get to know degree given by which university so that you will understand. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
To your earlier point of philosophy, core philosophy of institute.
Yes.
The way you beautifully explained fine arts versus the design. I have a similar feeling of tech institute opening a BDES, right? Fundamentally a tech, IIT doing a BDES versus, a design school. Is the philosophy there also different? Because the core...
there's a different philosophy, sir. It's a very interesting question. I will explain that with comparison of IITs and NIDs.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you understand why IITs have started design department and why NID started design department. Okay. NID is a government institute and it is started to help the industry, government industry companies. Like for example, railways or maybe
public transport. Yeah.
Public transport and so many. There are so many departments
within
government, right?
Basically PSUs.
PSUs, yeah. So why NID has been established is to support them. That's number one. And number two, also support the craftsmen, like small scale industries, etc., etc. Right? That is the main reason why NID is established. Now, why design is there in IITs? It's a very interesting approach. Okay. Now, so much of innovation is happening in IIT through various departments. Now, if it has to be humanized and made accessible for people, who can do? Right? So that is the reason design department has started in IITs. And in terms of the approaches, all right, whereas in NID, they give importance to the conceptual aspect and ideas and all of that. Okay. They don't enforce the student to have a prototype, a working functional prototype. In IITs, it is mandatory. Every project has to end with a prototype or a mock-up, physical one. For most of the cases, if it is, of course, if it is, in fact, if it is a UI UX project as well, they need to create a functional prototype that they can load on the mobile phone and access it. So what I have personally observed is that IITs, they give emphasis on practical implementation. In NIDs, yes, they conceptualize it, but it's all right. A natural progression can be the practical implication, and the practical implication can be done by XYZ people as well. Right? It is not mandatory per se.
Okay, just to and continuation of that, more to do child's, fitment. The way I correlating this is that the reason UCID is more mathematical bent it has than NID exams, because they maybe want IITs and BITS kind of institutes want students who have more bent towards science and maths and vis-a-vis humanities and arts, which is NID. Can I kind of segment like that? And
no. That's a wrong segmentation.
Okay.
I'll
child's kids' strength to is
I
what
understood that, but what I would like to tell here is, if you see the exam itself, all right, if you compare the UCID exam and the NID exam, in fact, in the beginning of UCID exams, there was only multiple choice questions. It's all completely objective kind of questions with numerical ability, multiple select questions, and etc. After 2 years, they added sketching as one of the testing aspects. Now there are 2 questions related to sketching and one related to sketching and one related to design. So they have almost like trying to get those who are very, very logical, analytical, creative bent of mind, plus practically they're able to express their ideas on paper. Right? So the UCL exam has also evolved. And if you see the IITs, various IITs, only few select like IIT Guwahati, IIT Roorkee, and IIIT Jabalpur, I guess, they are asking for PCM. Other IITs are open for other humanities and arts students as well.
Okay.
Right?
They're opening up for creative bends to students also. Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I think but in general, yes, it's a tech school. IIT is a tech school. NID is a design school. And the environments are also very, very different. If you go to NID, you have something or the other happening all through the day, right? All through the year 2. They invite some craftsmen, they come, they do their work, students go, they work with them. It's a very creative environment.
But I can imagine that. Yeah.
Such kind of an environment is not there in IITs.
Okay.
In IITs, you find startup meets, people talking about various startups and design students going there and trying to pitch their ideas and that kind of a culture.
Yeah. And like you said, the networking effect is higher in IIT.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. No, this is helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So when does the academic year start?
So generally in the month of July, ma'am.
For all the institutes?
July, August, mostly. In fact, we have added that here too. When is the academic year starting? So we will be mentioning that here as well. All right. So where is it? Session start date, right? Yeah. So mostly it will be July, August. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So can you please provide information or just a small training session for the students on building a strong portfolio? One point.
Yeah.
And second thing is, means before starting to fill the forms, if you provide that, it will be helpful.
Sure.
And second thing is, means from last many questions you try to answer that, you can be in touch with us, you can ask us, we will provide you. So I just wanted to know if in this toolkit only
contact number
somewhere, or if you provide some contact numbers from your side to whom we can contact, because everyone contact you alone will be difficult, no?
Yeah. So no, we have a team who works. I'm just talking on behalf of the team. All right. We have a team.
Yes. Means I wanted only those 4 or 5 names who are specialized in particularly answering our questions regarding admission related, and they can guide us through that.
Yes, ma'am.
4 or 5 names for that.
Yes. I will add that. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And portfolio one, if you can please train the students to build a strong portfolio for a particular colleges or something before this, so that we can get a portfolio review also.
Yeah, I mean, these portfolio reviews have been communicated in the regular the round 2 sessions. Okay. For example, I can also reinforce that all the students have got something updated in the portfolio tomorrow, Sunday, such that the next Saturday they can meet the schools and take the first-hand feedback from them. Okay, so this portfolio mentoring has been happening.
They have drawing, sketching and everything, but it is a bit scattered. If they want to present that portfolio to someone, then it should be in a proper manner.
Yes. So we actually have a system for that. It has been rolled out and the respective design faculty are doing that. If there are still some students who have not compiled them, then we'll make it an agenda tomorrow to ensure that they all have everything compiled nicely. Okay, ma'am?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Hey, what are the best 5 institute exams that we should attempt before any NIT or NDA exams?
So apart from the NID, NIFT, and IITs, what are the 5 schools that we recommend for you to apply, right?
For the exam preparation kind of thing.
For the exam preparation. So that is I mean, we will recommend, but they may not be suitable for your child.
That's fine, because
okay,
we can get up to that.
All right, okay. I think this is a very common request from all the parents. Which are the schools that I need to apply, right? We are trying to
get an exposure to the exam kind.
Exam kind. From exam point of view, that's a good question. Yes. Yes, sir. So we will tell. Okay. All right. Any other questions anybody has?
Umesh, one real quick question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
just now you mentioned about every parent wants to know best 5 school, and whatever you recommend may not fit for a student, correct?
Right.
Is there any way in your assessment system you could identify, let's say, for each of your students, top, let's say 3 to 5 strength areas, so that accordingly we can align the schools for that?
Okay, interesting. What you should look in your child.
Yes.
And how would you match it to the school? So some quantifiable information, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure you are already doing that. You are taking so many exams and all that.
Yes.
If you could do a little bit of post processing and just highlight maybe a directional area.
Yes. I mean, we can give some kind of a guideline for you to measure, right? But are you suggesting that we do it for every student?
Of course. I'm more interested for my daughter. I will anyway come and discuss with you. But if your system already has that kind of information, that may help other parents as well.
Right.
So this is actually a good suggestion, because the faculty understands our children better with respect to how they are prepared or their inclination. We may not know, because we don't traditionally come with a design background. So if there is some kind of an assessment that you can share, it'll be great.
Sure, ma'am. So let me think about that. The criteria and the assessment. Okay. Because
sir, at least 10 parents have asked this question. Can you please list out 5 best? What is the reason it has not been pinpointed and answered particularly?
As I'm telling you, see, all the schools are good in their own ways. I may recommend based on my understanding of the schools. If it is for my child, I would say, okay, you please apply for this. But there are so many students, right? So there are certain areas where the parent knows well. See, the students are coming to DQ for certain duration, skill levels and etc. we would know, but their complete personality, what they do in their free time, what kind of connections they have, all that you would know as a parent, right? So we will not have access to that information, right?
100% right, sir. Everything is right. That's why if you provide, means as in we will start form filling as you suggested in next 1 month and everything. So if 5 best of each discipline is provided, we can match whatever is going on there with our students. Somehow it will help us to come to a proper judgment. That's why we are asking, sir.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'm trying to understand from your point of also, and I'll see how we can facilitate this. But as I'm telling, every school gives the same core. The core would not change in all of these schools. Okay. Now, just to compare the contrast, okay. So, for example, say Lisa School of Design, where the fee is 2 lakh rupees, right, per annum, and compared to the Institute of Marongani, where it is 22 lakhs, right? The core is the same, but the additional facilities that they give and etc. those change, right? So if you ask me, I have actually personally gone to Lisa as well, Marongani as well. I've seen the work, the environment, etc. Okay. From the work point of view, even the Lisa students are doing great job. Even Marongani students are also doing great job. But it's not just the work, right? The kind of exposure that they get, the kind of connections that they get, who are coming and teaching, all those also matter. Now, for example, if I'm if I'm completely bowled over on Marungani, and if I keep Marungani as one of the 5 to consider schools, right? But it may not be ideal for suggesting Marungani for a parent who has a budget of, let's say 7 lakhs or maybe 10 lakhs, right? So there is certain amount of work that parents also have to do, right? And to facilitate what is happening in those schools. So we are requesting the schools to share the videos so that you can actually see. Okay, so what is happening in Marungani, what is happening in Lisa? Then you can make an assessment. Okay, would you envision your child to be in Marungani, or you would envision your child to be in UID or maybe in Lisa, right? So it is not a direct, straightforward thing saying that, okay, you're looking for sedan, please go and buy this sedan. You'll enjoy it really nicely. It's not as simple as that. That is the reason we are also having difficulty. Why we are having such a long session is to sensitize all the parents that this is the thing. Nevertheless, I understood your point. Okay, let us see what best we can do, right?
One corollary question to this.
Yeah.
And the shortlisting of these, schools need not have to be only basis the, fee structure. It could also be the technical or the design thinking, whatever, components which you are saying. I mean, like top 5 in communication, top 5 in product designing, top 5 in industrial or whatever. I mean, on those basis, not necessarily only on the, fee structure.
Understood. But when it comes to finally selecting a school, okay, in many parents' cases, finance is one of the important considerations, sir. Right.
I think that you can leave it to the parents. You just pick the one based on the discipline strengths, and rest is student strength and finance. You can leave it to the parents.
Okay. For example, see, I'm completely blown away by this particular 1-minute video of Lisa. I'll play this. All right, you all can watch and understand how it is. All right. So, I mean, this is all done by the students, and they get to present on Bangalore Times Fashion Week, right? So, I mean, this is the kind of exposure this school is giving. And yes, every school is trying their best to do. Okay. So, why I'm showing this is because once we get all the videos and once we share it with you, you can compare and you can make your decisions. But I understood you are asking from our point of view, irrespective of the fee, where do I get the best quality education, best exposure, etc. I think it is fair enough from our side also to talk about the quality, the best quality, which institute is giving, that we will share.
Absolutely.
And it is up to the parent whether what kind of based on their fees, they can choose where they want to apply. At least we can show what is the top best. Then you'll have a benchmark to relate to and compare.
Exactly, sir. Once you showed this video, this made my question more easier. Now Lisa is providing other dimensions of the design also with fashion.
Yes.
But now, according to this video, they are prominent in fashion area.
That is the understanding we get by watching only one video.
That's what, sir. That's what. So
So
now you will arrange the information session or this YouTube sessions with different colleges, like it was arranged last year also. So all colleges will come there. They will promote their college
no.
we are best in this.
Yeah, just want to inform that the college interaction, the e-webinars and all that, this year we thought of not having. Okay, because number one, it is such a lengthy thing. Parents afterwards also want to watch and understand. They don't know where to go, what to watch, and etc. Right? So that is the reason we are creating these bit-sized informations so that you can go to a particular point and understand what the school is about. And you can actually see in the webinar what happens is everybody will say, okay, we have fantastic lab, fantastic. Okay, what do you mean by fantastic? Okay, so you can actually see the facilities through these videos and then you can make a decision.
Yes, so they will show, but DQ will know better. So which college? So particularly now I will pinpoint, sir, if you are not able to. So if my daughter wants to pursue communication design, so and I am trying, if not NID or IIT, then I want to shortlist between BITS, MIT, Srishti or RV. So which one is 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay, fantastic question. Now I would like to take this question in person with you, not in the public forum. because it is very customized for your daughter, ma'am, right? So you said BITS, MIT, Srishti, huh?
Yes, and RV.
Srishti and RV. Okay, so for this, I would like to understand your
main focus is on UI UX, and second will be on communication.
Oh, UI UX and communication.
Okay. So your answers are very design focused. You're very customer friendly. It's all customized.
It has to be, because as I'm telling, we are in a very tough situation, right? In a tough industry. Okay.
And it is getting tougher. The employment space is even tougher. Things are changing very fast.
Things are changing very fast. Right. So see, let us say in the month of, maybe in the month of April, ma'am, you come to me and say that, okay, sir, my daughter has got admissions from these 3 or these 4. What do you suggest? Then I or my team will be in a position to help you navigate and shortlist those 2 final or that 1 final college. Okay. So in fact, we have such kind of a sessions as well. Many parents of the current year, they before finalizing, they give us a call to either team or me or Sean. They give us a short call and saying that, okay, so this is the thing. So what do you recommend?
So, but I think the anxiety is also at the application level as to, we wouldn't want to get pressurized into applying into too many places, right? Because that will kill our time as well.
Correct.
So the anxiety starts on that point where we should apply, where we should focus. And where should the child focus towards preparation of the exam? And then comes the selection process. So
Right. So we limit the number of applications. We basically advise to keep it only 5. Don't go beyond that. Even at that point of time when we are having these application weeks, also we can have interactions and all that. And if you want us to blatantly tell XYZ, we will tell, but it's up to you how you want to go about it, right? We will address these issues when we are talking in the application week. Okay, because anyhow, the applications would come, they will not release everything at the same time. There will be some applications in September, then October, then November. So it will be phased out. So we will help you on that. Okay. All right. So pretty long session we had. I hope some understanding you have got in terms of the design profession, various schools, and I hope that the toolkit will be of invaluable help for you all guys. I will try to expedite working on that, and we'll release as is, and it's a live sheet. It'll the data gets updated and you can see the latest data. All right. Okay, so anybody has any other questions? We are all good. I hope you're not more confused now. But let us look forward. Okay, and I'm really looking forward to see all of you on Saturday. It's a whole day event, 10 to 4. So many things happening. So please do come And you can also bring your neighbors or friends who are interested in design. We are looking forward to see you all there. And as I said, we are providing the bus facility. Euro Whitefield School has limited parking capacity, and there are no nearby parking spaces. However, we are providing valet opportunity, valet people there. But if you can, please do join us in the buses. The buses start at tentatively between 8 to 9, depending on the location. And we are also arranging breakfast for all those who are coming in the buses at the school. So, and kindly also fill this form for us to understand who all have attended the meeting and who have not. Okay. Yes, Agnya.
Yes, sir. This Saturday's event in Whitefield.
Yes, yes.
Since we are not living in Bengaluru, is there any option of viewing something online, or like will DQ Labs be giving some updates on their platform what's happening on the event?
Yes, yes, we will do. In fact, we have asked for a live streaming.
Okay.
We'll be having live streaming. Apart from that, post the event, we'll also kind of
insights.
Insights. Yeah, we'll share those insights.
So live streaming will be happening on DQ Labs YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Yes, yes. DQ Labs YouTube channel. We'll share that.
Okay, great,
yes,
great.
Yes.
And the filling application is there in the chat box, right? For today's attendance.
Yes, yes. It's in the chat box.
Okay.
So
I will just go through and we'll fill it up.
All right. Sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So on the online event, which you were saying, is there an opportunity for us to speak to those universities or those institutes online?
That's an interesting one. Let me talk to my team and see if we can have a Zoom session. I don't know if it is possible or not.
Like if we can book a 30-minute slot or something and speak to specific.
Yeah. So you can share your interests, sir. We also float a form saying, okay, which institute you would like to connect with. So you can fill the form and we'll connect you online.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I will ask. I will have that done. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
And we send it to whom on the same form, which is on the chat?
No. So this form is for attendance of the current session, but we will share a separate form in the WhatsApp groups. Okay, for parents, if they want to connect with a particular school, if they can share their expression of interest, we will connect them.
Yeah, because I think it's too short. We don't stay in India, so it's a short notice for us to travel.
Yeah, sure. No problem. We will connect you, sir. I'll ask the team to share the form for expression of interest.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Dia, you have a question? Okay. Where is it? All right. So no questions, I think. All right. So with that, let us close this meeting, and looking forward to meet you all on 30th of August. We can meet personally and have further interactions, and looking for all of you to join the application weeks as well. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.